Geobyte.
Hi students, welcome to the Geobyte Diploma series. We have been discussing the numericals for the geometrical properties of the sections or centroid. First we discussed the numericals for the regular sections like T section, L section, Z section, I section, etc. Then we entered to the irregular sections. In the last video also we have discussed centroid for some irregular sections. In this video also let us discuss some more irregular sections. Look at the diagram which is given. It consists of two sections. Let this is the section 1, this is the section 2. Now section 1, section 2 may be marked like this. This is the section 1, section 1. Next one is section 2. This is the section 2. B is the section 2. Now look at the given section. It is symmetrical on x-axis. Since it is symmetrical on x-axis, definitely centroid is lying on the x-axis. Let me write that point. Since the given section, given composite section is symmetrical on x-axis, therefore the centroid should lie on x-axis. X-axis. Then x bar equal to formula. It consists of only two sections. I can write a1 x1 plus a2 x2 divided by a1 plus a2. Now first let us find the a1. a1 equal to, section 1 is rectangle, breadth multiplied by depth. 50 multiplied by 40 is the area for section 1. 40. You simplify it for getting it is around 2000 millimeter square. A2 equal to, section 2 is triangle, half into base is 40, height is 30. Simplify this value for getting A2 equal to 600 mm square. Now let us join the diagonals for section 1. Wherever these two diagonals are meeting, that is the centroid for the section 1. Then I can say this is the x1. That x1 equal to 50 by 2. Similarly, this may be the centroid for the section 2. This is the x2. x2 equal to 50 plus height of the triangle by 3. 50 plus 50 plus h by 3. h is 30. 30 by 3. So x1 equal 25 mm. x2 equal to 60 mm. 60 mm. Then a1. Let us write the values. a1 2000 into x1 25 plus a2. a2 equal to 600 into x2 60 divided by 2000 plus 600. Simplify this value. For getting x bar is around 33 mm. That is the x bar. I hope you have understood. Let us take the one more section. Look at the second problem. Find the centroid of the shaded area shown in figure. For the shaded part, you are asked to decide the centroid, this part. The shaded part is this one. This is the shaded part. For this shaded part, you are asked to decide the centroid. That means the middle part can be taken as hollow part. Then the given section. Look at the given section. The given section is symmetrical about y-axis. Symmetrical on a y-axis. Since the given section is symmetrical on y-axis, the centroid should lie on that y-axis only. Therefore, you need to find only y bar. Let me write that point. Since the given section is symmetrical on y-axis, therefore the centroid should lie on y-axis. Then let so let this is the section 1, this is the section 2. For section 1, a1 equal to, for section 1 a1 equal to breadth multiplied by depth, because section 1 is rectangle. 30 multiplied by 40, it is equal to 1200 mm square. a2 equal to the section 2 also rectangle, breadth multiplied by depth, 20 multiplied by 15, it is equal to 300 mm square. Then y1, join the diagonals for section 1 wherever the diagonals are meeting, that is the y1. Here y1 equal to 40 by 2, and join the diagonals for section 2 wherever those diagonals are meeting, that is the centroid for section 2. This is the y2. Tell me what is the y2 value. y2 equal to this part plus this part is 5 plus 15 by 2, 5 plus 15 by 2, it is 20 mm. y2 equal to 7.5 plus 5, 12.5, 12.5, 12.5 mm. Then y bar equal to a1 y1 minus a2 y2 divided by a1 minus a2. Here a1, look at the a1, 1200 into y1, 20, minus a2, 3000, y2 12.5 divided by 1200 minus 300, it is not 3000. 1 minute, it is 300 into y2 12.5 minus 300. Simplify the value. For getting y bar is around 22.5, 22.25, not 5, 22.25, 22.25 mm. That is how the problem can be solved. I hope you understood clearly. Look at the another section, channel section. You know, this section is symmetrical about x-axis, on x-axis. If I cut it on x-axis, you are getting two equal parts. Therefore, the centroid should lie on x-axis. But if the bottom flange width and top flange width both are not equal, then it is not symmetrical about any axis. Then in that case, you need to find x bar and y bar separately. But for this particular case, since it is symmetrical on x-axis, you need to find only x bar. So let me write that point. Since the given channel section is symmetrical on x-axis, therefore the centroid should lie on x-axis. Therefore x bar equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3, because it can be divided into three sections. It can be divided like this. Let this is the section 1, section 2 up to this location, and this is the section 3. It is like this. This may be the section 1, section 2, section 2 can be marked. 1 minute. This may be the section 2, this is the section 2, section 3, section 3 is like this. Section 3, it is the section 3. This is the section 3. Now let us take the centroid for each and every section. Before going to that, let me write the B1 value. B1 equal to 80 mm. All dimensions are in mm. D1 equal to 10 mm. B2 equal to 10 mm. Width for section 2. Depth for section 2. The whole thing is given 120. 120 minus 10 minus 10. It is equal to 100 mm. Similarly, B3 equal to B1, 80 mm, and D3 equal to 10 mm. Join the diagonals for section 1. Wherever the diagonals are meeting, that is the G1, this is the X1. Of course, X1 equal to X3 equal to 80 mm. X1 equal to X3 equal to 80 by 2 mm. 80 by 2, which is in mm. Then join the diagonals for section 2. Wherever the diagonals are meeting, this is the X2. This part is X2. Once again, this part, this is the X2. So that X2 equal, otherwise let me mark it clearly. This is the X2. That X2 equal to 10 by 2. Width of the section 2 divided by 2 mm. Then you put all these values. For getting the X bar, it is in mm. That is how you can do the centroid for this particular section. With this, I am concluding the centroid part. In the very next video, we will discuss about the moment of inertia or second moment of area. In the next video, we will discuss the moment of inertia. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you need any clarifications regarding this centroid, you send a message to me. Definitely I will explain you in the live class. Thank you very much.
Geobyte.